My name is Richard McDonald, and I'm here conducting this interview for OfficialScorecard.com with none other than the WBA Interim Super Flyweight Champion of the World, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire. So let me get started by asking you this. How is training coming along for your next opponent, Gerson Guerrero?
Well, it's been really good. I have actually sparred really good. I had good sparring partners this time around. Training's been good. Physically, mentally, we're good to go. Our physical training when it comes to just running, to training and everything else, it's been good. Actually, I've been really confident going to this fight. And we're just trying to not look forward, not look ahead of what we have in front of us, because that's usually what set people back, and that's where I don't want to be. I wanna focus on the guy in front of me, and I've been working really hard, so I've been really focused on this fight.
Right on. Have you watched any footage on Guerrero?
I've seen a little footage. When Robert Garcia came over, we watched the fight, and he has a lot to offer. He has, one thing that the guy has, he has good power. It shows in his percentage, knockout percentage with his win and KOs, and he has pretty good power. He comes in there, and anybody with power, usually is a dangerous guy. So that's what we're looking, be cautious about is his power and what we can do about it.
Right on. What do you feel you need to do to come out victorious in this fight?
Well, I know I have the advantage in terms of speed, and I have Robert Garcia and Jonathan Peñalosa in my corner, and we've set up a good game plan. I think the best game plan, if we come up with the right game plan, I think that will definitely be the most important thing in this fight. I mean, aside from the advantage of my speed, I think the proper game plan will definitely be the right key to having victory in this fight.
Right. You possess a lot of skill, but you also possess power with your punching ability. Are you going into this fight looking for a knockout?
For each fight, I think for me as a fighter, I've always looked at it as the most satisfying victory is a knockout victory. For me, I still gotta bring out that monster in me. I still gotta bring out the ride or die kind of persona in me. Like Pacquiao. Anything can go wrong in his life, but when he's in that ring, boom, there's the Pac-Man, and he just destroys everybody. And I want to bring that persona or that personality in the ring, because sometimes as a fighter, for me, I'm a counterpuncher. I love to think. So being a thinking fighter makes you think of everything, so you overanalyze everything. Therefore, you paralyze yourself by thinking too much and rationalizing too much, and therefore you don't bring your potential in that ring, because you're so cautious about every little thing. Somehow you not paranoid, but more of you're just cautious, and I go in there and just try to bring everything that I can.
So can you give me your prediction for the outcome of the fight?
Well, you know what, for me, I look at, if I can take them early, I'll take them early. I don't want to say no rounds. I don't want to be thing, but I'm confident that if I land my punch, I know I can knock him out. The guy's tough. I mean, which Mexican isn't tough? So the guy's really tough, and I know that if I do land my punches, I know I'm gonna hurt him and maybe capitalize on it and take him out. So we're gonna try to look for an early knockout. If not, I'm willing to go 20 rounds.
Right on. What do you think winning this fight will mean for you?
I think this fight it'll open up everything, because everything else is aligned for me. We got Arce winning the WBO, we got Darchinyan and his 2 belts, and then we have Montiel. I think that I'm able to fight these guys in the future, and in order for me, I think this is the most important fight actually, because this is a gate. I gotta open this gate to get those fights. If I fail on this one, then those fights are already done for. So this is the most important fight, really, is the beginning. This is my foundation. If I can bring this guy down, then it opens up, and Darchinyan negotiation is already on the way. But anything can happen, So this is important. But, we got Arce, we got Montiel.
What would you say to the people that have never seen you fight? What can they look forward to on February 13th?
Well, you know, for me, if given that I'm just there and I'm 100%, you know, they'll see power, they'll see speed, and they'll see a tactician, a smart fighter, a counter puncher. They'll see everything, whatever Guerrero gives at me. So if I'm open for a counter puncher, I will bring counter puncher. If I'm open for speed, I will bring speed. And if I'm open for power, I will bring power. So they can see everything and anything a boxer, you know, a fan can watch, you know, from a fighter. I mean, I got power, speed, and just I think I can bring an excitement. So you know, we just gotta be 100%.
Okay, not to look past Guerrero, but you already mentioned that the negotiations are underway for Darchinian. Is it safe to say that if you win this fight, that's your next fight?
Not might be a fight after the next one. I mean, maybe if you know, because we're looking at August, there's somehow a negotiation for August or June, and maybe you know, there's talk between Gershaw and my manager Cameron Duncan that it might happen in June or August, and it could be my next one or 2 fights after this one, you know. So I mean, you know, a fight after this one. So there is definitely a negotiation from both camps.
Since knocking out Vic Darchinian, you faced some pretty good opposition and knocked him out. What are your plans for this division? What fight means the most to you? Is it Arce, Darchinian, or Montiel?
Well, this is my plan. I mean, you know, for me, I like to look at a grand plan, you know. With me is that I just don't look at what's in front of me. I look at what can be in front of me. This is what I plan to do. I mean, if given my choice and if everything goes well, I want to either fight Darchinian for the 2 belts and then Arce for that belt and give me the chance to be undisputed, and that's my goal in boxing. So it keeps me going, and then move up to Montiel at 118. But you know, sometimes nothing goes to plan, but this is how I want things to be. This is how I plan things to be. But you know, they're great fighters, they're great champion, and you never know what happens in there. But all I can say is that that's what the plan I want to do, and I'm gonna work hard for that.
What weight do you feel most comfortable at?
Right now, probably 118, 122. You know, it's getting to the point where it's really taking a lot of toll on my body, going to the ring, and you know, losing a lot of weight and maintaining it. It's not right. It's not right for my body to, you know, and my body's reacting differently now. And you know, as you age, your metabolism, everything about your body changes. So, you know, I'm doing more harm than good to my body doing that way. So we want to hopefully move up as soon as we can.
So since there's a chance of moving up, who would you like to move up and fight?
Well, you know, if I can't get the Darchinian Arce, or if I do, you know, we got Montiel and those guys to, you know, make it happen. I mean, somewhere out there in the internet, Vasquez was calling me out, so that could be a possibility as well.
That would be a good fight. What would you like to have accomplished by the end of this year?
You know, hopefully if everything goes well, I want to be undisputed. You know, I want to be undisputed. It's my goal. It's part of what drives me in boxing. And if everything goes well, you know, I want to see that and be called at the end of this year undisputed champion of the world.
All right, give me a name, Nonito. Who would be a dream fight for you?
Well, you know, growing up in boxing and in the professional, you know, there was a time when Rafael Marquez was my dream fight. And then now it changed to Juanma Lopez. You know, I'm not calling the guy out. You know, I think he's a great champion. He's a great fighter. And when I think about it, it brings that fire in me. And when it does bring that fire in me, it makes me want to work hard. It makes me think. It makes me do my best. And I think a fighter that brings that fire inside of me to want to fight a guy, I think you know, it's a dream match for me. It brings the best in me, and I want to see the potential of what the type of fighter I can be.